Hello friends, I hope all of you are doing well. Sometime back, I have released a video on development of GIS field survey application right from scratch. In this video, we have learned how to develop a field survey application with basic editing functionalities like start editing, add feature, modify attribute and delete feature. I am seeing that many people are following this video and developing application as per their requirement. When I was going through my YouTube channel and comments, I am getting lots of positive comments and very good response. One of the user has also shared his feedback. Let us read it. Mr. JKBTS, they have shared their response that when he was trying to implement field survey code, everything was working perfectly. Feature editing or deleting is not working properly, and the bad part is that no error in the console. So what is happening is basically they are able to do all the editing related functionality, and function is working, but nothing is updating into the database. So this is the issue they were facing. At the same time, when I was going through my LinkedIn account, I also checked that another user is also facing the same issue. Pragati Sivasava, she was following the code, and she says that when I save this feature, page is refreshed automatically and created feature is not saved. So basically both the people are facing the same issue. So I thought of preparing a video how to solve this issue. While developing this application, I was facing the same issue and then I solved it internally. But now I'm preparing a video so that all of you can get benefit out of it. So the issue is related to two topics. One is geometry field of the feature that you are creating, and other is read write access of the database. So let us first of all have a look at the geometry related topic. So if you go to the layers in the GeoServer admin page, and you have to identify the layer which you are trying to edit. So let it open. So now when I am trying to edit the building feature, let me click on a building. So I have clicked on the building layers, and then at the bottom it will show all the attribute fields related to building layer, and you can see that geometry is stored in the field named geom. Geom. This is the geometry field name. In your case it can be different if you are editing a shape file, or if you are editing a geo database, or if it is a PostGIS database. In my case it is a PostGIS database, so attribute geometry attribute name is geo. Now when we are developing the application, and this is our JavaScript related code, so when I go to line number 391, so let me scroll to that. At line number 391, what we are doing is basically we are having a payload variable. So here, based on your insert, update or delete activity, we are writing a transaction statement, and that transaction statement is available in the variable node. Then we are serializing that node variable, and then we are having a payload variable available with us, which is nothing but a serialized write transaction statement which can be acceptable by the GeoServer. Now when GeoServer expects this write statement, it expects geometry field that should be matching with the database geometry field. But write statement is generating a geometry field with the name geometry full. But in our database, the variable name is geom. So in these three lines of code, basically we are replacing geometry field from full geometry name to the geom name. So this is the first thing you have to do. If you are having some other geometry field name, some of the time I have seen that people have the underscore geom as a geometry field name. So if that is the case, you have to replace it here. By chance, if your geometry field name is complete geometry, then you have to comment this entire three lines of code. Okay, so if you do that, geometry related issue will be solved. So let us look about the second issue. So what you have to do is basically your data is by default read only. So you have to go to data tab in the GeoServer, and then you have to create a new role. I have already created, but let me show you. You have to add a new rule, and in that you select star here, star in the layer groups, and here you have to select right, and then select all the roles available with you, and then move it to the selected roles and save it. So once you save it, a new rule will be created like this. It should be available, so which is providing a write access to your database. In absence of write access, your instruction will come to GeoServer, but because the database is read only like this, it will not update anything into the database. At the same time, it will not give any error in the console. So when you provide the write access and save it, both the issues are addressed, geometry related and write access related. And then when you perform the day-to-day editing, it will work perfectly on your database, and your system will not give any issue. At the same time, it will reflect on the database. So let me do some editing. Because I have geometry field matching with my database and I have provided write access, I am not going to get any error. So let us see. So I have selected building as active layer. I have done the start editing, so buildings are highlighted. Now I am clicking on this button, that is add feature. So I am adding a feature like this, and when I double click, it will ask for the attribute. I will say XYZ, and then it is a type random, anything, and let me save it. So feature is saved into the database. Now I don't want to add any more features, so I'll click this button. I want to stop editing, so I'll click this feature, and now when I do zoom in and zoom out, you can see a latest tile is updated from the database. So it means that the feature has been inserted into the database. So if you are getting this kind of issue wherein you are doing the editing, at the end of editing it is completing the function but not giving any error, at the same time not pushing anything into the database, you can follow the steps as per this video, and I think it should resolve your issue. Please share in the comments if it is working for you, or else I'll try to find out some more solution for you. Thank you friends. Share with your friends and colleagues. Thanks for your time.